After a long hiatus, we are finally back at a theme park, but this time in America. We are at Dollywood, and what would you know? We're here for the Flower and Food Festival. Ash wasn't able to make it this time, but this time I'm joined by my brother.
Yo, what's up? My name is Caden.
Caden, ready for some rides?
Yes.
And from the main entrance hub, Dollywood looks pretty fascinating with its architecture and such. I think we're gonna make a right first. We're gonna try to head towards Lightning Rod. Got a little bakery in there. Ice cream across the street. This umbrella decor is nice. Actually provides a good amount of shade. Getting closer and closer to Lightning Rod. I can definitely tell we're approaching Lightning Rod because kind of the architecture and the shops and stuff like that are definitely more 50s-esque theme. Like we got a drive-in diner type thing right here. Some cool merch. There's a Lightning Rod sign, so must be getting close. There's the queue. And here's the entrance for Lightning Rod, and it is already an 80-minute wait. 8-0. Here's the final turnaround. Much bigger in person. Yep, 80 minutes. Lucky for us, we got some express passes. Fun little Autopia-esque driving ride down there. Probably won't check out later. I love the launch right here, how they're shooting the mist to cool it off. Roller coaster number 122 for me. Yeeted over the edge. Holy mackerel macaroni. That was fast. Caden, what did you think of Lightning Rod?
I'm ready to ride it again.
Heck yeah. What was your favorite part?
Probably the part where, I don't know, just the airtime. The walk downstairs?
The walk down the stairs. Well, yeah, it was a super fast, fun ride. Pretty smooth for a wooden coaster. I know they recently actually redid it with a bunch of iBox steel track. So a lot of it is smoother than ever, but yeah, tons of airtime, great RMC. Well, Caden says that's his new favorite roller coaster ever. It's definitely in my top 3, but I'll give it a few more rides later and give the final verdict. Right now it's still tearing at Fantasyland. I like this little bridge, kind of with the creek running on either side. It's a very scenic park. Ooh, Lakeside Lemonade. Oh, it's closed? Darn tootin'. Looks like they even have a river rapids attraction here. It looks more intense than the Olympic Ocoee River, huh?
I'm scared. I don't want to go on it.
Yeah. We did get very lucky with the weather today. Originally, earlier in the week, it was forecasted to be thunderstormy and stuff, but it's in the 80s right now, so might actually hit up this ride later. We'll see. Got some flower hopscotches painted on the ground. It's exciting. Are you gonna play hopscotch?
Oh.
Yeah, I love all the little buildings and scenery around here. It's like a little, you know, like a little mining village or whatever. A little water wheel back there. Definitely plenty to look at. It's a beautiful park. Pretty sure it's just part of the flower and food festival going on right now, but they got these kind of turtle topiaries, kind of frog one back there catching a fly. Pretty neat. Not sure if this place is open yet, but Mountain Below Glass demonstrations and make your own. Let's go check it out. It's a steep little walk up this hill. It's definitely a terrain-based park, kind of like Fantasyland, but this one's literally on the mountainside. Oh, look at this. It is a very hot-looking glass blower. So in terms of the make your own glass, it looks like it's more, it costs $35, but there's all these different color glass beads down here. And I assume they don't actually let you, you know, put it in the furnace or whatever, but more so you pick your colors, and then the molten glass person, glass blower, will blow you an ornament. It's still kind of neat. And then they have a store in here where they sell various glass vases, decorations that they make here in the park. Looks like up there's Owen's Farm Barnstormer, but It opens at 1:30, so might have to check that out later. Over there we have our smokehouse kind of restaurant. I love me some good barbecue, so might have to do that for either lunch or dinner, but we'll see what else there is. But the family's actually getting hungry now, and perfect timing. We're walking up on the grist mill hot fresh cinnamon bread. And what I understand is Dollywood is very famous for the cinnamon bread, so let's go get some. Yep, with their apple cinnamon butter. This is gonna be grub. Wow, it smells amazing in here.
Oh, that one's mine. Oh, okay, there you go.
And the theming of this place is exquisite. If you didn't know any better, you would assume this is like a real working mill. They even got the millstone and everything right here. How cool would it be if that was actually how they made their cinnamon bread here? Yeah, this must be one of the main food areas, because there's like a ham and beans place back there. There's some other restaurant. There's I guess their stage for when they do like performances and stuff here at the Valley Theater. How cool would it be if Dolly Parton just started playing today? So here's how our cinnamon bread is presented. I guess it's just kind of pull apart style. And then they give us icing and apple butter to go with it. So we'll have to try all that out. And the verdict is this is amazing. It's so soft. It's like Cinnabon cinnamon roll on steroids. And from where we were sitting, I obviously made a mess of my hands. So I just came over here to this little water wheel fountain thing, rinsed my hands off in there, and we're good to go. It's just how I do things. Maybe I'll have to get a cowboy hat later. These look kind of nice. Let's check out this ham and bean restaurant. Ooh, that cobbler looks pretty dang good. I mean, everything looks good, but doesn't look like they're quite open yet either. They definitely love their water wheel features in this park. It's like the 5th one I've seen. Making fresh pork rinds here.
The barbecue ones? You can see them making the pork rinds fresh here. And I'll show you one. Wow.
Doesn't look like they're quite open yet. They're still making and bagging their pork rinds, but we're definitely stopping there later. But in the meantime, I love me a good blacksmith. Let's check this out. Ooh. I don't think anything too crazy is going on right now, but look at this. You can just walk up and touch this stuff. The coal. They make all these forged signs. Kind of hooks and wall decor. Is that like a dinner triangle? Might have to try that out in a second. Some fireplace accessories. I don't think the lamps are for sale. Little planters, kind of nice. The wind chimes. It's pretty neat. Oh, look at all these dinner bells. Heck yeah. I believe this is sort of like a replica of the church Dolly Parton used to go to back in her hometown, but don't quote me on that. But let's take a peek. Nice little small and quaint church. And I think they actually do services here on Sundays. So that's kind of unique for a theme park. So now right here we got Eagle Mountain, which I guess is like a bald eagle enclosure. Oh, yeah, look at those. Kind of hard to see him through the net back there. He's taking a little bath. There's another guy way up there in the trees. So here's a little habitat where they have non-releasable, non-flighted bald eagles. So something must have happened to these guys. And they can't fly and survive in the wild, so finishing their glory days here. So this little infographic shows the wingspan and other statistics of a bald eagle, which is 72 to 85 inches. Okay, go see how long your arms stretch. Ah, not bad, almost. Let's see how I compare. Damn, I'm about the same as you. These bald eagle nests, they're like made of actual like frickin' branches. It's huge. All right, enough about bald eagles. You want to go ride some more roller coasters?
Yeah, let's head towards Mystery Mine.
Mystery Mine.
Yes.
Oh, we just stumbled upon a show right here. They're talking about eagles and falcons and such.
So movie and TV makers will do voiceover bald eagles with a red-tailed hawk.
Red-tail hawk. Over here, the Hickory House barbecues, more of like a quick service barbecue. You got turkey legs, brisket and pulled pork sandwiches, and smokehouse barbecue pork fries. All about $12, give or take. Definitely a pretty little steep jump from the food prices in Germany. Well, same with the ticket prices, I guess, but you get what you pay for. It's still a really neat place. Tons to do, and I'm pretty sure we haven't even seen the half of it. Man, they really love their birds here. There's more bird exhibits over here. Looks like a few of them are empty. Black vulture right here. Ooh. That'll just claw you up. Red-shouldered hawk. So now there's this schoolhouse building right here, and Caden just informed me that this was Dolly Parton's like actual schoolhouse. Like, she frickin' towed this here, which I find hard to believe, but at the same time I wouldn't be surprised. But that's some crazy stuff. Like, you don't really see that in a theme park. Ooh, now we're coming up to Blazing Fury. This is like a 70s ride, I believe. It's a classic indoor kind of roller coaster dark ride. It's only a 15-minute wait. Now the ride's already down there, so it's pretty much walk on. Look at that. Gonna save our fast pass for this one.
Welcome back, riders. When the train comes to a stop, put your hands up off the platform, waving around.
It looks like you've been kissing my beef drink.
I don't remember that part.
So Blazing Fury was pretty cool. Yeah, I think it opened up in the 70s, so it's one of the older, possibly original rides in the park. Don't quote me on that. But it was mostly a dark ride with kind of firefighting scenes and stuff like that. But I did have a few kind of, you know, roller coaster drops in there that threw me out of my seat. So I was actually fairly impressed. It was a cool ride. So it looks like FireChaser Express, the launch coaster, is back there. I kind of want to check it out, but the rest of the family wants to do Tennessee Tornado, which is an aero looper. So I'm gonna have to mentally prepare myself for a headache. Oh boy, I can hear the aspirin rattling. I can hear the aspirin already. It said there's no wait for this ride. Imagine my shock. Oh no, it does look like there's a little wait up there. Great, I'm waiting to give myself a brain aneurysm. What a treat. Looks like we're gonna be lucky and get the front row. Thank God. Or maybe not, but third is the next best thing. Hawking. Wow, it is bright today. All right, so we just got off Tennessee Tornado, and I have to admit, just like the SLC, I was surprised. It wasn't as rough as I thought it was gonna be. Definitely did kind of shake me around a little bit to the point where I almost blacked out. And when the ride stopped, I was seeing stars. So in other words, it was freaking awesome. I don't know, Caden, am I crazy? What did you think?
Yeah, I don't know why you think it was like more smooth. For me, it was like more rough than I thought it was gonna be.
Well, it was definitely rougher than like Lightning Rod.
Yeah.
Walking up on FireChaser Express now. I believe it's a dual launch coaster, maybe a single launch. I don't know, that's why we should go on it and check it out. Although Caden and my dad are very fond of this Wild Eagle B&M Wing coaster, so I don't know, both these rides are right next to each other, so we're gonna hash that out. All right, Wild Eagle looks pretty fun and pretty smooth compared to Tennessee Tornado we just went on, so I think we're gonna do that. But check out this sick photo op, this bald eagle statue, Dollywood. Might have to get a sick pic, huh?
Yes, sir.
Nothing like waiting for a picture and then people won't move out of the way. While my parents wait for everyone to move out of the way, smile, Caden. All right, now that we got that amazing thumbnail picture, perhaps, we'll see how the rest of the video goes. Let's finally go on a smooth roller coaster. I love this entrance way. It kind of reminds me of like California Adventure or something like that. So Wild Eagle is pretty freaking fun. We actually got me and my brother Caden got the front row. He's been on before, but for my first ride was really fun. And my mom, who doesn't really want to be on camera, but that's fine. She was nervous to go on it. She doesn't really do big coasters, even though she's been on all the other ones today, like Lightning Rod. But she came off pumped and loved it and wants to do it again. So very smooth, feels like you're flying. Awesome ride. All right, I think we're gonna make our way over to this FireChaser Express. Looks like a fun coaster, like you start with the chain lift and stuff like that. You do a little run and then you stop and then it launches you backwards. So maybe I'll videotape it. We'll see if I can sync my camera on. The queue right now is 35 minutes, which isn't terrible, but we don't want to stay all day. You know, there's a lot of other rides to do. So we're gonna use our time saver, little fast pass for this, and then we'll be down to 6 left. I was thinking about jumping in that waterfall because it is getting pretty hot, but it looks like they have some like mister fans up here. That's gonna hit the spot. Although the time saver entrance is over here, so maybe not. Oh, it looks like it does launch you forward as well, so this looks like an action-packed ride. So it's a fun little ride, forward and backwards, nothing too crazy. It's more of a family coaster. Kind of sucks we used a fast pass on it, but better that than waiting 40 minutes, so a good credit nonetheless. Walking up on a nice little kind of sitting picnic plaza, I guess. Cool fountain, little photo op over there. But we're coming up on, what is it called, Cade? Mystery Mine?
Mystery Mine.
Mystery Mine, which is a little Gerstlauer Eurofighter coaster, I believe. So we'll check that out next. So yeah, this Mystery Mine is like a Gerstlauer Eurofighter coaster. And it looks innocent enough at the beginning, you know, just some little drops, twists and turns, stuff like that. But then at the end, it finishes like with this barrel roll. and then like a stall. And then it flips you back to the final brake run. So it's pretty exciting. It's a 30-minute wait right now, which isn't too crazy, but since we have like 6 each of those Time Saver Express passes, there's only a couple more big coasters left. Might as well use it here. All right, only 2 people on this line. That's what I'm talking about. Look at these little trains. 2-row Eurofighters. There's that barrel roll I was talking about earlier, and then it finishes with that stall back there. So Mystery Mine was really fun. It was a little more jerky than I was anticipating, a lot of kind of head swaying and stuff like that. But 2 vertical lifts, indoor fire effects and stuff, and that stall at the end. It was a pretty cool mine train ride, gotta admit. Not gonna lie though, my head and neck are kind of sore now. I really wish this park would sell like moonshine or beer or something. I know it's a family theme park and stuff like that, but it's in Tennessee, come on.
Yep, Grandpa Jack was a legend in these parts. A legend in his own mind. Guess it's time for old Buzz to take a pause for the cause.
Caden, what do you think of Mystery Mine?
Okay, so I know it was like really rough for you guys, but it wasn't as rough as I remember it since I've been on it before.
I mean, it wasn't rough, it was just kind of like jerky.
Jerky, yeah.
Yeah. You still like it though?
Yeah, no, it was like top 5.
So what's your favorite ride in the park so far?
Lightning rod.
Lightning rod? Oh, of course. Mine too. Little refreshment station and merch stand by the Mystery Mine ride. Got some cool t-shirts here. Might have to pick one of those up later. Some tie-dyes. Hats. Flip-flops, the works. Caden decided to stop for a little Dollywood photo op. Looks like we're kind of coming more into like the back section of the park now. Got some little quick service restaurants and stuff like that. Back here's the Thunderhead roller coaster, which is, oh man, I forget. It's either a GCI or a Gravity Group. Looks like there's an inverted coaster back there as well, if you guys can see. I think that's fairly new as well, so we'll have to check that out. I know there are either 2 or 3 coasters in the park we haven't done yet. Oh, and there's a kiddie coaster right down there, so this must be last 3. Gotta get those credits. And then there's a free fall ride here as well. Looks like about 150 feet or so. Not too shabby. Alright, before we make our way over to Thunderhead, we're gonna try this little kiddie coaster because it's like walk on right now. Gotta nab this credit. Roller coaster 128. Little steam effects and stuff are pretty neat. This may just be the most intense ride in the park. Look at those laterals right there. Oof. Man, Caden, that little orange coaster was something else, huh?
Yeah, especially at the end when it stops you, like, my stomach just...
We'll see how this this little wooden coaster compares.
Probably not as rough as the kiddie one, but we'll see.
I don't know, we'll see. Can't really see because of the reflection, but it says a 0-minute wait. That's sad. Watch this be the best ride in the park. We'll just go on this rest of the day. Wow, it really is like a 0-minute wait. All right, so we just got off Thunderhead. All right, it's pretty sweet. It reminds me a lot of Wodan at Europa Park. Oh, here it comes. Might be loud in a second. But yeah, it has like a station fly through, lots of ejector airtime, kind of a few floater airtime moments. But Caden, what do you think?
It was really rough.
It wasn't really rough.
No, yes it was.
I mean, it's a wooden coaster, so yeah, it's gonna be rough, but the seats were padded nicely and everything. You know, it was rough, but it wasn't like enough to give me a headache or anything. I'm ready to do it again, especially since it's walk on. But somebody lost their cell phone, so now we get to go on that adventure to find it, so stand by. So Caden just went back and checked that orange little kiddie roller coaster we rode, and oh, what is that?
Yeah, it's my iPhone.
Where was that?
He left it on the desk right there.
But was it like on your seat or?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're lucky you found it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on another ride. So it sounds like we're gonna have to make a temporary detour now and come back and ride that green roller coaster, whatever it's called. My parents are getting hungry, and so we're gonna eat lunch at Granny's Kitchen, which is like the main kind of buffet style restaurant here. Now I know that last year when they were open, they were kind of doing a modified version of that so that people weren't, you know, just touching stuff in the buffet for COVID reasons. But they were doing like a table side buffet or something. So everything else has been open here and normal, you know, nobody's wearing masks, everything's at like full capacity-ish. So yeah, we'll see if they're doing the buffet or not, but still should be grub. Okay, now we're back by that eagles kind of nest thing, the, you know, habitat. And we still have yet to see this Granny's restaurant. So, and we just walked like half the length of the park. So I have no idea how my mom and dad managed to walk that far while we walked on a ride. But it's given us a good workout. But we're gonna make a little detour because I just saw something cool up here. Check this out. It's like a log flume ride, like, you know, Splash Mountain or whatever, or Chapas. It's exciting. Might have to do that later because it's getting hot outside. Back kind of by some of those water wheels and stuff. Looks like there's another little stage over here, so wonder how many shows they play. They probably play something during the festival, I imagine, so hopefully we'll see something later. Man, that train back there was letting out some smoke.
Oh yeah.
All right, after literally running around the park for like 15 minutes and being nearly out of breath, let's eat some food.
I'm out of breath.
So this Granny's restaurant, it looks like it is kind of buffet-esque style, but for like COVID reasons, they just bring whatever you want to your table. So it's kind of neat. And they brought quite the feast for us. Looks all right. All right, so we just got done at Aunt Granny's dinner, or lunch or dinner. I guess it was both for us. Buffet was pretty good, so they bring everything to your table. It's unlimited. Wasn't anything too crazy or special, but for a theme park buffet, it wasn't bad. What'd you think?
Oh yeah, I didn't eat much because I'm not really hungry.
That's because he always eats Fruity Pebbles for dinner instead. He's laughing because he knows it's true.
It is.
Here's one of the festival fair stops for the Flower and Food Festival. Looks like here they got beef bulgogi nachos, some chicken wings, and strawberry lemonade. Looks pretty good. The food is $11 and the lemonade is $5. So here is Dolly Parton's house. Now whether it's her actual house or just a replica, I'll have to do some research on, and I'll let you guys know down below once I find out, but let's take a little tour.
Yeah. Now there's another dome. Is it?
Can't believe Dolly Parton had like 12 siblings and they all lived in here.
This is the whole house? Yes. Yeah, this is the whole house. So the other kids have probably blankets and stuff on the floor.
Oh, well, I guess this answers my question earlier. It's just a replica. Yeah, I was gonna say something like this for them to haul over here would be quite the feat. However, the original cabin still stands at its original location. Maybe someday we'll check that out. The store looked pretty cool, so let's check this out. Looks like they have some home goods, some plants, stuff like that. But check out this water wheel that's just going through like the middle of the store. So neat. Yeah, I got little knickknacks and stuff. Little lotions, soaps, candles, fake flowers and plants, decor for the house. Looks pretty neat. Round 2 on lightning rod, front row. Let's check it out. Holy crap, lightning rod in the front row?
Yeah.
It's no joke. I was crying.
It was a much better experience than the first time. Like before the launch, the mist was working, the speaker, and
well, the mist was working last time. It was just we were like in the middle last time, so you know, obviously it's better in the front. So now we're hoping for a back row ride. Good thing we got like 10 express passes left. All right, so update number 2, or I guess number 3 on Lightning Rod. I got the back row this time, so now I can kind of compare everything. The back row definitely throws you over the hills more, especially that quad down at the end. But I kind of like the front more because it is smoother, and the sideways air time is a lot stronger on the front, and that is what makes up most of the ride, aside from that like quad down at the end. So I'd say there's not a bad row on this ride, but front row is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. Back over at the blacksmith, looks like they're actually, looks like he's making some sort of knife or something, but right now it's in the fire. So we just did this roto drop twice, and I don't know what it is, but that's like one of the most intense drop rides I've ever been on. Maybe it's just because I had dinner. All right, we're about to ride our final coaster of the ones we haven't ridden yet. It's this green inverted coaster in this kids area, but looks pretty intense for a kids coaster. Wow, I didn't really know what to expect, but not that. Like that wasn't a kids coaster. That was like a pretty good family coaster. What did you think?
it was a lot like Manta at SeaWorld.
I wouldn't say it's like Manta, but I mean the first drop was pretty good, and then there were a lot of spirals that had a lot of G-force, which really drew the blood to your legs, so that was pretty exciting. Sorry that it's just so bright out here. I'm gonna be so burnt I didn't put sunscreen on, but yeah, I was impressed. It was probably the smoothest ride in the park, I would say, so it must be pretty new. But yeah, good coaster for beginners to start on for sure. It's definitely a fun little ride. So here's that little farm section of the park that was, remember it was closed earlier, they said they were going to open at 1:30. Well, here it is. It's like a hot seat-esque hydraulic swing attraction. Looks exciting. All right, we made it back to our cabin. We're actually staying at Bryson City, North Carolina. Pretty sunset behind the trees. All right, so that's gonna do it for our first day, or well, my first day, I guess. Day at Dollywood. Got a ton of stuff done today. We were able to ride every roller coaster. We did Lightning Rod like 5 times and Thunderhead 4 times. Ironically, that's one of my favorite rides in the park too. There was never a line for it. But rode everything else at least once. Definitely the fast lane, or the fast pass, or whatever it's called, definitely worth it. Saved us a ton of time in line. So I definitely recommend reserving one of those if you ever make a trip out to Dollywood. Caden, what did you think of your second trip at Dollywood? I know that was the first time you rode Lightning Rod because you weren't able to ride that last time.
Yeah, that was my favorite roller coaster, and we actually had a lot of express passes. Is that what it's called? Express passes? Fast
lane or something like that, yeah.
We
express
had
pass.
Actually too much of those, so at the end we just ended up giving them away to some people.
Yeah, so the way the express passes work, so basically they give you like it looks like a ticket or whatever with the barcode, and you can do any ride you want 8 times. So you could do Lightning Rod 8 times, you could do 8 different rides or whatever. But what was it? It was like 3 or 4 rides we went on where they were like, they didn't scan it or anything. So basically we got 3 or 4 for free. So by the time we were done with everything, we each had like 3 express passes on our thing, and my parents probably had like 6 or something each. But so we just gave them away to people, you know, to have fun with. So a little act of charity toward the end. Any final words, Caden?
No, not really. I'm gonna finish this puzzle now, and so
we're trying to go to Carowinds tomorrow, but we're trying to figure out the online ticket thing, so I don't know, we might just show up at their gate and be like, let us in, like vacation, but we will see. Anyways, that wraps it up for tonight, guys. Since we're in the Smoky Mountains, I'm gonna drink some moonshine and go to bed. Catch y'all later.